My family treats me like a doormat. Now, they are planning a cruise without me, and assuming I'd stay behind to babysit their kids. The air in the living room was thick with the cloying sweetness of buttercream frosting and the sour undertone of familial obligation. It was my son Leo's first birthday, a milestone that should have been joyous, a celebration of the tiny, perfect life my husband Tom and I had created. Instead, it felt like a performance, a carefully staged play where I was the unwilling lead, and my mother-in-law, Eleanor, was the director, producer, and star. She moved through the room with a proprietary grace, accepting compliments on the decorations she'd insisted on choosing and the cake she'd ordered, as if she were the one who had endured 27 hours of labor and the subsequent year of sleepless, soul-shredding, beautiful exhaustion. I was propped on the sofa, a weak smile cemented to my face, feeling the familiar, heavy fog settle over my mind. For months, it had been my constant companion, a creeping lethargy, a confusion that made simple thoughts feel like wading through mud. The doctors had called it postpartum depression, anxiety, the natural toll of new motherhood. Eleanor called it incompetence. Tom was circulating, a proud father showing off his heir, oblivious to the tension coiling in my gut. He saw his mother as a pillar of strength, a woman who had stepped up when I was struggling. He didn't see the way her eyes, the same cool blue as his, would linger on me with a chilling mixture of pity and contempt. He didn't hear the subtle digs disguised as concern, the constant erosion of my confidence, one passive-aggressive comment at a time. "Oh, Sarah, you look so tired, dear. Are you sure you're getting enough iron? Let me fix you a special tonic. Leo seems a bit fussy with you today. Why don't you let me take him? You go rest." She had become a permanent fixture in our home, a benevolent tyrant in a cashmere sweater, and with every passing day, I felt myself shrinking, dissolving into the background of my own life. The party was winding down. Guests were collecting their coats and offering their final, saccharine goodbyes. My Uncle David, my mother's brother and the only real family I had left, gave my shoulder a gentle squeeze. His eyes, warm and worried, met mine. "You holding up, kiddo?" he murmured, his voice a low rumble of genuine concern. I tried to give him a reassuring nod, but the effort felt monumental. The fog was thicker than ever, my limbs heavy as lead. I just wanted to sleep for a week and wake up feeling like myself again. Finally, it was just us. Me, Tom, Leo, who was now blissfully asleep in his crib upstairs, and Eleanor. She was directing Tom in the cleanup with the efficiency of a field marshal, while I remained on the sofa, feeling pinned down by an invisible weight. "Tom, darling, be a dear and run those last few bags out to the recycling bin, would you?" she said, her voice smooth as honey. "I'll just make sure Sarah is settled before I head home." Tom, ever the dutiful son, kissed my forehead a brief distracted peck and disappeared out the back door. The moment the door clicked shut, the atmosphere in the room shifted. The pretense of warmth evaporated, leaving a stark Arctic chill in its place. Eleanor turned to face me. The benevolent smile was gone, replaced by a look of undisguised triumph. She picked up the small, delicate teacup from the coffee table, the one she had insisted I drink from earlier. It had contained one of her special chamomile blends to calm my nerves. She swirled the dregs at the bottom. "You know, Sarah," she began, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper, "I have to hand it to you. You've lasted longer than I expected. Most people would have shattered by now." I stared at her, the fog in my brain parting just enough to register the malice in her tone. "What are you talking about, Eleanor?" My voice was a weak croak. She let out a soft, condescending laugh. "Oh, please, don't play the simpleton. It's so unbecoming. This whole fragile, broken little bird act?" She gestured around the room, at the remnants of a party that had celebrated my son, my life. "It's all been a bit much for you, hasn't it? The baby, the responsibility. You're just not cut out for it. It's a shame, really. Tom deserved a stronger wife. Leo deserves a more stable mother." Every word was a perfectly sharpened dart, aimed at the most vulnerable parts of my soul. I tried to push myself up, to summon some semblance of defiance, but my body wouldn't cooperate. It felt like my muscles had been replaced with wet sand. I'm a good mother.
Full story on channel link below.